Hi everyone, welcome to KhemBuzz Designs. Today's video, I'll be making this clutch purse here. This is a rigid clutch purse. So this is the outcome of the purse here. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to watch, don't forget to on the notification button to get notified whenever I drop a new video, guys. Thank you very much and God bless you. So I've made these to halfway. This is the blue. Actually, it's a customer's job. So this is the pink. It's a clutch bag. So this is the frame here. This is this here. This is a green material. I'm not through with this, so I'll be explaining how I got to this level. I'll be explaining it through this one. So this, I'm just starting from the scratch, so I'm going to be using this to explain to you guys how I got to this level. So guys, one of my subscribers asked if she can use this same method I use for this clutch purse here, if she can use it for any type of metal frame clutch purse. But guys, my answer to that is we have different type of frame shape. Metal frame shape. You can see this metal frame here. This is a shape, and this is another shape entirely. You can see this shape is another shape, and you can also see this one. This one is the same shape with this, but the lengths are different. They are not of the same length. So guys, what I'm going to say is, firstly, before you do anything clutch purse, number one thing you should look out at is your frame. Look at the shape of the frame you're using to make your bag. 1. 2, before making any bag, take the measurement of the frame. Once you take the measurement of your frame, you will know the measurements you're using. For this type of frame, you can use it to do a rigid clutch purse. What I mean by a rigid clutch purse is something like this that has a leather board. So you can use it for this kind of purse that is rigid. That is for a frame like this. If you notice, it comes like this. So you can use this 2 frame here for a rigid work. But you see this type of frame here, you can use it for something like this. This is a little bit rigid. It's not as rigid as this, but it's also rigid, So, but you can use this frame for it. This frame, if you're using this frame, you will have to tuck in all the materials inside this hole here. So the only place you're applying your leather board is at the tip of the fabric that you will tuck in. But inside of it, you can't use your leather board. You have to use foam, or you can also use gum stay. So I just want to talk about this. Because I really want my subscribers to understand and digest all my tutorials. That is why I have to explain all this to you guys. Like I said, you need to take the measurements. So the measurements for this now is 8.5.1. But here we're going to remove we're not going to use exactly 8.5.1. we're going to use 8.3 here. We're going to measure out 8.3. So here is 8.3. Reason is because by the time we attach our material to this place, it's still going to give it some like few inches, or maybe few, it will shall add up. So that is why we're making it 8.3 here. So here is 8.3, and for the length is 8.5.2. For the length is 8.5.2. That is approximately 8.7 inches. So for the width, which is this, we have 10.7 inches. That's for the width of this bag we're going to be making. So guys, now I've applied my foam to it. I've gone my foam to it. So the next thing I'm gonna be doing right now is this is the fabric I'll be using. So I'm just gonna put this here and cut it out and gum it together.
So guys, we've wrapped the fabric to the leather board. So that is a leather board, chipboard. So what I'm just gonna do is to gum it to the outer layer part. So the length is 8.5. So you just basically what you just do is use the outer layer board. You just use it to draw it out, sketch it out, and apply your gum, and then gum it to the outer layer. You can see, so you could just gum it to the outer layer, then bring out the shape. So why I'm applying my chipboard is because I want it to be I want it to be rigid. I want it to be very, very strong. I don't want it to be too light. That is why I had to apply a chipboard to my fiber. So guys, that is the lining I'll be using, and I've also sketched out the leather board for the lining. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna wrap it together. So basically the measurement is the same thing with the measurement is the same thing with the outer layer. So so guys, I've already wrapped the inner layer with my lining. I've wrapped it with my lining. So guys, that is the pocket. So the measurement for the pocket is I used 5x5. So that is the measurement. You can see sorry, 5.5 by 5.5. Yeah. So I've done this before in my previous my previous video. I showed you guys how to cut out or ship out the gussets for a clutch purse. So basically that is the measurements there, and what you're going to do next, or what I'm doing next, is I'm just gonna wrap it together with a fabric and my lining, so which I've done already. So guys, that is it, and the next thing to do now is to stitch. So I'll just have to stitch that side, stitch the other the other gusset, stitch my inner pocket to my lining. So yeah, now I'm stitching my inner pocket to my lining. So guys, you need to be sure that your pocket is at the right place when you're stitching. It's not it's not out of place. So So guys, take your time to sew, don't rush it, don't so that it will look neat and beautiful. So just take your time to sew. So guys, we've got our pocket there. Now that is our gussets. I'm just gonna sew the top part of the of my gussets, sew it together, and don't forget to always back stitch all your sewing so it doesn't get loose. So guys, I'm going to stitch the bottom aspect. Just stitch it slant. Don't stitch on the chipboard, just stitch on the fabric, that the lining and your outer layer fabric. So now I'm just cutting out the excess material that I don't need. So by the time I fix it to the inner layer, it's just gonna be like that. So that is the inner layer board, which have the pocket in it. So that is where I'll be fixing my gusset. So guys, what I'm doing now is I want to fix my gusset, so I need to apply gum. I can't just start sewing straight. It might not be neat, it might not be straight, so I have to apply gum to it. Apply gum to both the outer the inner layer and the gussets, then allow it to get dry for a while, then fix it to the inner layer. Don't forget, when you're making your bag, you have outer layer and you have inner layer. The one that's the ones that carries the lining are called inner layer of a bag, while the one that carries the main the main fabric, the main maybe leather or fabric, is called outer layer of a bag. So guys, when you're fixing your gusset, make sure that the both sides are equal. The both sides are equal, and like I said, always wait for your gum to get dry before fixing it. So guys, that is it. Yeah, we're through with the inner layer. So the next thing for us to do is to bring the inner layer and the outer layer together, is to gum them together. So for us to achieve that, we just have to put apply gum to the outer layer. Apply gum, not too much, you just apply it, let it dry. Apply to the inner part also, and let it dry before you gum them together. So that is the inner part. Like I said, you need to be careful when you're applying your gum. You need to be very, very careful. You don't need too much gum on your job, your job doesn't get rough right? So you just have to be careful of how you apply your gum to your job. So that is it. Now I want to fix it together. I'm gonna gum them together. So right here you need to be careful also. Make sure that the middle, make sure that the bolts are in the same position. So guys, I've gummed the first part together, so I'm gonna gum the other part too. I'm gonna gum them together right now. You have to be careful, like I said, make sure that the inside is neat and not rough. So guys, now we're almost through with the gumming aspect, and the next thing is to start stitching. So guys, now I'm stitching them together. Yeah. So guys, right now I'm using my cylinder bed machine to stitch the pores. So trust me guys, that is the best machine to use for the gusset of your bag. The best machine is cylinder hands machine. It makes your work easier and faster. So of course you have to be very mindful of how you stitch your gusset. You have to make sure that the two tips matches each other, so that you can achieve the beauty side of the gussets, right? So guys, just have to be careful while you're sewing. You have to make sure that your stitches are neat. It comes out well, nice. So guys, you can see how beautiful this bag is already forming. It's already forming nice. Oh my gosh, I can't just wait for it to be I can't wait for this bag to be ready. It's really coming nice, really. Guys, this is the metal iron here. This is it, and this is the purse. So guys, we want to fix our metal frame on our bag. So now this is going to be here. So you just have to take it like this.
You can talk, because I go still do voiceover. So this is it here. So you can leave it like this. Let me bring that hammer. I could just use that and do shakara. If you think it's not strong enough, you can just use your hammer. Just eat it. I can still go hit them again.
This one is kind of that level.
Guys, hope you had a nice time watching my videos. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Guys, don't forget to watch my videos and don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share my videos to support me, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you and God bless you.